Hi everyone. I want to read to you a book called Going Down Home with Daddy, written by Kelly Starling Lyons and illustrated by Daniel Minter. And I wanted to just show you really quickly. A lot of times at the end of a book, they will have a photograph of the author. So here is a picture of the author, and here is a picture of the illustrator, the person who did the pictures for this book. On reunion morning, we rise before the sun. Daddy hums as he packs our car with suitcases and a cooler full of snacks. He says there's nothing like going down home. We leave when the sky is still dark with sleep. Sis closes her eyes, but mine stay wide open. I watch as we drive from city streets to flowing highways under a sweep of sparkling stars. "Lil Alan," Mama says after a while, "you better catch some Z's while you can." I try to rest, but can't stop smiling. Soon I'll get to see my great-grandma, Granny, and hang out with my cousins. But when I look at my hands, empty as the road in front of us, my grin fades. The anniversary celebration. I bet everyone will have something to share, except me. I doze off in a cloud of worry and wake to sunbeams tickling my face. I squint and see a familiar John Deere tractor store and a gray silo standing at attention. We are almost there. Sis and I sit up as straight as pines when we see Granny's wood frame house. She's right where we left her after last year's reunion, scattering corn for her chickens, like tiny bits of gold. "There she is!" Sis shouts. Granny spreads her arms wide and wraps us both inside. My, she says, and showers our cheeks with peppermint kisses. "I missed you so." All afternoon a parade of family comes home. Grandma Loretta and Grandpa James, aunts and uncles, and more cousins than I can count. "Got a head just like your daddy," Uncle Jay teases me. Daddy's eyes twinkle. "Now I know you're not talking about heads. Can't take them anywhere," Grandma Lotta says, laughing. While the grown-ups catch up, we cousins run to the fence to visit Granny's cows and goats. "You doing something for the celebration?" Isaiah asks Sis. "Singing Granny's favorite song, 'His Eye is on the Sparrow,'" she says. "How about you?" "Reading Mother to Son by Langston Hughes." "I made a scrapbook in Granny's favorite color, blue," Devin said. "You got something, Lil Alan?" I kick a stone and my eyes start to burn. "Ready for a tractor ride?" Sis says, saving me from having to answer. So they're going to be doing a celebration and talking. Each person's going to be sharing something, but Lil Alan doesn't have anything to share yet. He's not sure what he's going to share. I swallow hard and climb into the trailer with Sis and Mama. I lean against the hay as Daddy drives us past the smokehouse and the fishing pond and rumbles by a field dotted with puffs of white. "Cotton's been on this land a long time, just like us," Daddy said. "Pa would drive your Uncle Jay and me on a tractor just like this one. 'Look to your left,' Pa would say. 'Look to your right. The land just seems to go on forever. Everything you see,' Pa told us, 'is ours.' I think about what Daddy said and I sit up tall. Pa is gone, but this is our time to come together and remember." Daddy's words make me want to share more than ever. When the ride stops, I ask him what to do. Think with your heart, Lil Alan, Daddy says. That's what Pa always told me. Just then, we hear Granny. Come on and get the food while it's hot, she calls from the porch. We dash inside. The dining room overflows with love-made dishes. Smoked turkey collards, mac and cheese, okra and tomatoes, and biscuits oozing with Mayhaw jelly, just like Daddy likes. Hand in hand, we create a ring inside the house Pa built for Granny. Heart to heart, we share what we are thankful for. Nothing is more important than family, Granny says, tearing up as she looks at every face. Amens all around. On Sunday, I feel sick. Not a fever and sneezing sick, but more, I wish I had time sick. The celebration starts at dusk. Get a move on, Lil Alan, Grandma Loretta says. You know Granny doesn't play. Growing up, we never missed a service. At church, Daddy points to the spot where he and Uncle Jay performed a duet on the trombone and the trumpet. My hands were shaking so much I could barely play, Daddy says, but then I saw Granny smiling and my jitters went away. I wonder if looking at Granny will help me, but when our eyes meet, all I can think about is being the only kid with nothing to say. After service, we head back to Granny's and change into our reunion t-shirts. Generations of our family smile from every wall. Mama, Sis, and I peer at the black and white pictures of Pa and Granny. Their eyes, brave and bold, remind me of Daddy's. You have their eyes too, Mama says. That's when it comes to me. I think about everything I see when I'm here. I think about the tractor rides and Daddy's stories. I think about walking in Pa and Granny's footsteps, in those of our people and the native people long before. I think and collect treasures from our land. I lift my head to the sun. Just before satin night falls, we sit outside on porch steps and metal lawn chairs. It's celebration time. Our people were stolen from Africa and shipped to this continent in chains, Daddy said, but no one could lock away their dreams. They dreamed on this land during slavery. They dreamed on this land as they made a way out of no way and fought Jim Crow. 75 years later, a farmer and a teacher bought this land. Daddy gazes at Granny, and look at us now. One after another, cousins offer their tributes. Sis's song makes Granny's eyes shine. Isaiah's poem gets everybody nodding. And then I step forward. I feel like a spotlight is blazing just on me. I look down and say nothing. It's okay, Lil Alan, Sis whispers. I lift my head and see gleaming smiles. I try again. Cotton, for the quilts Granny made to keep her children warm, I say, holding a white cloud in my fingers. A pecan for the trees Pa planted and all the kids love to climb. I pinch dirt and let it fall to the ground. An earth for the land that's ours as far as we can see. Fireflies wink and whirl in a carnival around us. That's all right, I hear Granny say. Daddy flashes a thumbs up. I grin up at the moon and it glows back at me. We're a mighty family, Daddy booms. Mighty, we roar back. When we go home with Daddy, Everything we see holds a piece of him and us. We head up the highway, thinking about our family and dreaming about next year. So what did you think about this beautiful book called Going Down Home with Daddy? Do you like the idea of a family coming together and everybody contributing to a celebration? Thinking about the history of the family, thinking about some of the hard times that people went through and how their strength and togetherness helped to get them through. This is a beautiful book. And how little Alan was so worried because he didn't have anything to share, but he did figure out something to share. And that made him feel like a part of the group. Thanks for listening.